Alright, this is Mongo Santino here at Santino Brothers Dojo, getting ready for the big matchup, June 25th, Battleground Pro Wrestling. We got Tito Escondido here with Rico Dynamite going up for the Battleground Maximum title here. Challenger, Tito.
Yes, sir.
How's your workouts been coming on? Let's get right into this.
Been working hard, man. Putting everything I got into this next match I have here with Rico for the title. Pumping weights about 4 or 5 times a week. I'm here in the Santino Dojo about twice a week, working on my grappling skills, getting in the ring with head trainers Chaos and Robbie Phoenix, and just really working on my game, trying to step it up.
All right, Rico, how do you feel? Tito's a very valid challenger. He's proven himself up the ranks. You're the champ. What's your say?
I feel pretty hungry right now. Battleground invited me to this press conference. I had to buy my own food.
Are you talking food or about wrestling? Hungry.
Oh, I'm hungry for wrestling too. Tito, he's got to prove himself June 25th for my title. A lot to say. He's got to prove himself to me, not to the fans. He's got to prove himself to me.
All right, Tito. What's your strategy trying to take Rico down? He's a very good Class A wrestler. Really good all the way around. So what's some of your game plan?
I think I'm just gonna try to like impose my will on him, and take him to his limit, try to push him to his brink, and not too many people have done that to him. I think I put him in an awkward position, and see how good he is fighting from his back when he's down.
All right, those are some strong words right there, Rico. What's your game plan?
I'm just gonna win. That's it. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna push him. I'm gonna take his heart out. I want to make him eat it.
All right. All right. Looks like some people. We have questions out there. Guys, would you like to answer? Tito, we got some questions out there by some reporters. So let's go.
Okay, Rico. Tito is undefeated in BPW. How do you plan to change that?
Well, let's start off with I'm undefeated with BBWs. And
What's that?
big, beautiful women, baby. See, Tito, he's undefeated at Battleground, but he's been wrestling guys like Dragon Breath, Pinky, and that's about it. Undefeated. He's only had like 3 or 4 matches. I'm Rico Dynamite, baby. I'm a superstar. NWA Hollywood. Isn't that right?
What do you got to say, Tito? I would have to say Pinky's a pretty valid wrestler. He trains a lot. He's a big guy, but you took him down.
Yeah, I took him down. It was difficult because he's a big guy, big strong guy. But at the end, I got my hand raised just like I planned on June 25th when I take your bout, Rico.
It is my belt, and like I said earlier, he's gonna have to work that night. He's gonna have to work every single minute, every single second of that fight, because he's got to prove himself to me, prove to me that he can hang with the best Rico Dynamite.
Well, I've seen both of you guys train. You guys are very intense when you guys are in there. It's going to be a very good match. Yeah, go for it. What do you guys say,
Tito, I have a question for you. Rico seems to have an experience advantage over you. How do you plan to counteract that?
Yeah, Rico definitely has experience. He's a top A wrestler out there. Probably one of the best guys Battleground has. I'm just going to go in there with a big heart and determination and give it everything I got, push him to the limit, and see if he's willing to go.
All right, Rico. It's probably one of your greatest tests so far. He's hungry. He's upcoming. I really say he's upcoming, but man, he's been on a roll. He's very hungry right now, man. And I've seen you train. Do you think you've done everything you possibly can to?
I don't think so.
You know what? I've been doing a lot, and it's funny you say test. Speaking of test, have you guys tested him for testosterone, high levels of testosterone? I mean, I wouldn't know anything about that kind of stuff, but I'm all natural. But him, he's a barbell monkey. Look at him. Are you guys testing him before the match, or what?
All right. Well, before we get a little hostile here, we have a couple more questions people want to ask.
This guy's all jokes. He underestimates me. He doesn't think I'm a challenge to him, but June 25th, he's going to get in there and underestimate me, and that's going to be the biggest mistake of your life, because I'm going to take that belt.
All right, like I said, man, things are getting a little heated here. Let's try to get some questions in. Yeah, go for it, brother. What do you got to say?
Rico, my sources have seen you partying all night, and critics say you aren't taking Tito seriously. What do you say to that?
let me tell you something. It's all mind games here. I take everything I do in this business really seriously. I'm a Class A wrestler. I'm a CIF. I'm a state champion in high school, and I'm an entertainer. I'm a professional, and you know what? I do take this seriously. I'm just having some fun, playing some games with them because it's all about mind games. And come June 25th, like I said, I will win. Like I always do, I win.
All right. Tito, if you come out successful, what do you plan to do after?
That night, probably go out to the bar, hang out a little bit, celebrate with all the banditos. I know you guys are out there waving the flags, man. It pushes me to get through that match and get that win, baby.
All right, Rico. If you're successful, who's your next opponent? Who do you want to fight? I mean, you're pretty much wrestling everybody. You're taking everyone else out, but is there anyone that sticks out in your mind?
You know what? Right now, I'm willing to wrestle anybody. And when I do win, this match, I'm going to retire with that maximum belt.
All right. Any more questions, guys?
Tito,
Yes, sir.
what kind of training regimen are you going through?
Oh man, I'm lifting weights about 4 or 5 times a week. I'm in the dojo, working on my grappling skills, working on my high flying, my lucha, submissions. I'm just doing that Rocky gimmick, baby. Training in Siberian mountains, going hard.
All right. Anyone else?
Rico, Tito seems to have the edge in both size and reach. How did you train to combat this?
Are you seriously saying he's got the edge and size? I mean, have you seen me in my Speedos? You want to talk about size, talk about Rico Dynamite. Let me tell you something. Tito might be, like I said, that barbell head. He's got a little bit of testosterone in him. But, like I said, I'm a grade A, Class A professional wrestler. He better have done his cardio, not worry about the weights, not worry about the lunges, not worry about pressing things. He's better worry about his heart and his lungs. Because, like I said, I'm ready to go for an hour. Is he ready to go for an hour?
Hey, there's one thing you don't have to worry about is my heart, baby. That's what keeps me alive in that ring when I'm down on my luck. The fans in my heart keep me going.
That's a problem with kids these days. They worry about the fans. Worry about yourself.
All right, guys, we're back here at Battleground Pro Wrestling's press conference, June 25th. Tito Escondido versus Rico Dynamite. Big match coming up. We're going to take a couple more questions. We're going to have to wrap it up, so go for it, brother.
Tito, this question's for you. If you win the belt, will you be a fighting champion?
Most definitely. That's the first thing I'll be as a fighting champion. But I'll get to that road when it comes. I'm not gonna leave focus off Rico Dynamite. That's the first thing on my mind. Defeating him, taking that belt.
All right, this is some harsh words here. We're going to take a couple more questions, mainly 2 more, and then we're going to wrap it up here. We got a couple other guys to go through. Go for it, brother.
Rico, are all the paternity suits against you a distraction?
Paternity suits? Look, man, let me tell you something. Those women are lying. Just forget about that right now. Let's talk about wrestling. Let's talk about June 25th, Battleground, when I defend my belt. I'm going to walk out a champion because I am Rico Dynamite, the heart and soul of Santino Brothers Wrestling.
All right, guys. Yeah, let's try to keep the questions towards wrestling here for June 25th, please. Remember, if you guys want some more information, go to battlerageson.com. For the wrestling school, go to SantinoBrosWrestling.com. And I believe we're going to have one more question. Go for it, brother.
Tito, what do you have to say to all your banditos at home cheering you on?
Oh, come June 25th, I'm going to make you guys proud. Proud to be a Tito Maniac. Proud to be a bandito. Raving those flags, those towels. Rico, you're going down, baby. There's nothing more I can say.
You know what? I'm going down, but with your lady.
No.
Hey. Come on, guys. We're almost done with this gimmick. We're almost done right here. Let's just keep it in the ring. But any final questions here? Just be professional.
I'll leave my talking for the ring June 25th when I whip that ass.
I have nothing to say to him.
All right, guys. June 20th. Hey, come on. Be professional. Come on, guys. Keep it in the ring. Hey, just relax a little bit. June 25th, we settled right there.